This video is made possible by Diamond Select Toys.
Hey Web World, Scotty D, thanks for stopping by. If you've ever wanted to save money while busting the bank, this video is just for you. So right about now, you're probably scratching your head saying, what is this guy talking about? So anyways, I get this box in the mail the other day, and I'm not sure what's in it. But I know it's going to be something really, really exciting because it's from my good friends over at Diamond Select Toys. They sent me over a few items that they wanted me to give my first impressions of and share with you. So I can't wait. So I carefully open up the box because I don't know what's in the box. So I take my knife and I slice open the tape and I open this and I'm staring down in it and I can't believe what I'm looking at. Not one, not two, but 3 items, Star Wars related, that I now have in my hands and I get to share with you. So let me just show you the first one. This is incredible because I told you you can save money while busting the bank. Well, here is item number 1. And can you believe this? Clone Commander Cody. A bust of Clone Commander Cody. This is incredible. He's one of the most famous characters from Attack of the Clones. I can't even believe this. This is a bank. Can you look at this? This is incredible. I mean, the color scheme is phenomenal. I mean, it's so bright and vibrant. I can't even believe the detail on this thing. Let's take a closer look.
Officially going by the call code number CC2224. Yeah, you got it right. Every trooper in every Star Wars movie actually has a call code number assigned to them, and Cody's number happened to be CC2224. He was a clone marshal commander assigned to the High Jedi General Obi-Wan Kenobi of the Grand Army of the Republic throughout the Clone Wars series, and you can see right here a lot of detail has gone into this, from his arm buttons through his blaster rifle. The color is just so vibrant. It is so realistic and accurate to the movie. It is unbelievable. You know, he was the leader of the 7th Sky Corps, though he typically took personal command of the 212th Attack Battalion, and Cody was loyal and competent, and he was a soldier who always followed his orders, and he was no nonsense of a commander who was very skilled and very tactic. And of course, he gave the order 66, which was, of course, when the clone army was ordered to attack the Jedi. God, look at the detail on this. There is the money slot in the back. You can see the antenna on his shoulder. This is unbelievable. That slot on the back of the head, that's not a money slot. That just happens to be one of the other details that they did not leave out on Commander Cody's helmet.
Pretty detailed, huh? I can't even believe. I mean, and not only did they get the details accurate, but this thing has some points of articulation, too. I mean, thinking points of articulation in a bank? Yes. I mean, check this out. The head moves. Can you check that out? And the arms move. And of course, this is vinyl, so you're going to get that rubber sound. And check that out. His hand can be moved away from his blaster rifle. So check that out. You can put his hand back up there, move it down, have him looking over to the left. Maybe he's calling out the Order 66 from the movie. Remember, he was the one that took the order from Darth Sidious and gave the Order 66 for the clone army to fire back on the Jedi. This is incredible. I can't even believe this. You've got to get Clone Commander Cody for your collection. If nothing for just the bust itself. It's such a great bargain for what they charge for this, for the details. It's almost as if they took Commander Cody out of Attack of the Clones and he came to real life, and this is what he would be. This is insanely accurate and detailed. I can't even take it. You've got to get Clone Commander Cody for you. And if you're not familiar with the voice of Clone Commander Cody, he was actually played by Tamora Morrison, who, if you don't know who that is, it was the person who played Jango Fett, and he also did the voice of Commander Cody, and he's also going to be doing the voice of Boba Fett in a unnamed to be more formally announced Star Wars movie coming up out of the new run of Star Wars movies. So that kind of gives you a hint that Boba Fett didn't really die in Return of the Jedi. Because the rumor on the streets has that Tamora Morrison is going to be playing Boba Fett in an upcoming movie. So maybe we'll get some backstory on how Boba Fett survives. But nonetheless, Tamora Morrison was the voice of Commander Cody, was also Jango Fett, is also going to be Boba Fett in an upcoming movie, and Clone Commander Cody was that one clone army that gave the Order 66 to fire on the Jedi. So just an iconic character in the Star Wars saga. So you got to get yourself Clone Commander Cody. Now, number 2. He hails from Duro. He's the predominant blaster for hire in the Clone Wars. I like to call him the Clint Eastwood of bounty hunters. At least that was what was my first impression the first time I ever seen this character on the screen. I am talking about Cad Bane. Check that out. The bust of Cad Bane as a bank. And I'm telling you what, they spared no attention to detail on this bust as well. I mean, we talked about Clone Commander Cody just a second ago, but I'm talking about Cad Bane right here. Check that out. From his blaster to his breathing apparatus, his hat. Let's take a closer look. You know, it's not hard the first time you ever look at Cad Bane to know he means business. And he had the reputation as the galaxy's best, deadliest, and most fearsome mercenaries during the Clone Wars. I mean, those beady red eyes looking at you, that snarling look always on his face, and that growly voice he has. You know Cad Bane means business. And he worked for a number of clients, but don't let that fool you. He was not loyal to anybody. He was always loyal to the credit, the money. And as such, the extension of the highest bidder always got Cad Bane's attention. But don't let that fool you either. You weren't going to pull a fast one over on Cad Bane. You know, he employed a number of weapons and allies that always ensured he would get what was owed to him. He means business as a mercenary, and he quickly became the leader in his line of work after bounty hunter Jango Fett perished in the opening battle of the war. Do you remember that? Yeah. So quickly up to the ranks and had that reputation and caught the eye and ear of Count Dooku, and even Darth Lord of the Sith, Darth Sidious, knew about Cad Bane. There's the back of his breathing apparatus there. A lot of detail in this bank. You can see the slot there, the pouch there, the buttons on his wrist. Unbelievable the amount of detail that they went into to make sure that Cad Bane was accurate. Now, that second weapon right there, obviously you can't see the bottom of the weapon because it's, you know, it's a bust, so it's not a full-on character, but that weapon nonetheless has every detail of the gun in his left hand. There's the holster for the gun that's in his left hand and all of the bullets around his waist, and that jacket. That jacket just says, hey, I am a rebel without a worry, and I will get what's owed to me.
Nothing is too big or dangerous. I'll take the mission.
Anyways, that's my imitation of Cad Bane. You don't like it, do your own imitation. I love this bust. I mean, for nothing else, he was just a strange character the first time I seen him on the Clone Wars cartoon series. But after a while, he really grows on you, and you're really rooting for Cad to complete his missions. No points of articulation on this bust, like Commander Cody has the head movements and the arm movements. No points of articulation on Cad Bane, but the blaster is loosely in his grip, so I guess you could take the blaster out if you really want. I tried a little bit, but it's a little tight down here on the fingers, so I didn't want to break anything before I did the review. I think that I'm just going to leave it there because he's a dual wielding, bounty hunter. He's got to have both guns. There's one gun right there. You've seen that earlier, and of course here. And you know, when you're feeling his hands, the knuckles, the fingertips. You could feel everything inside of the gloves, the buttons. Everything is so detailed on this. The color. You know, when you see cheaper made products, it's typically something that will chip off, or it's not color accurate to the actual character itself. They got it right at Diamond Select Toys. I mean, the color is so accurate and vibrant. They spared no detail all the way down to the belt. I showed you that earlier, but look at that. I mean, everything is so detailed. The buttons on his vest, everything is so detailed on this thing. The scope on his gun, the buttons on the arms, it's unbelievable. You know, you've got the flamethrowers in such. This is just an incredible bust. Cad Bane, and oh, by the way, you put the money back here, and down over here underneath the sticker is where, hey, don't judge. See, it says 8+. I'm over 8 years old. I can have this in my collection. But underneath this sticker right here is where you can take the cap off and get the money out of the bust bank should you want to do that. You know, you got a whole boatload of change laying all around your house, in your car. Hey, wouldn't that be fun? Put this on the hood of your car. That'll really show people that you're a Star Wars fan. Anyways, that is Cad Bane for you. Now, number 3. Now, for a lot of people, you started out loving this character, then you started to hate the character, and then you fell back in love with this character. If you are a true diehard Star Wars fan, I am talking about the little boy who started out as a slave, originally found on Tatooine from Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yep, I'm talking about Anakin Skywalker. Check this out. There it is right there. Anakin Skywalker's bust bank. You've got to get this one in your collection. This one is by far my favorite bust bank of all 3 bust banks that were sent to me from my good friends over at Diamond Select Toys. Let's take a closer look. All right, so the first time you ever get your Anakin Skywalker bust bank home, this is what it's going to look like out of the box as you start. It's going to be the bust itself, and there'll be this cardboard sleeve attached to his arms, as you see here, with kind of a zip tie. Don't throw that cardboard sleeve away. Don't crunch on it. Inside is the blade to the lightsaber, so just carefully cut that sleeve off. Don't damage the bust itself. Take that lightsaber blade, slide it into the handle of the lightsaber itself, and then Anakin Skywalker is ready for battle, just like you see right here. And what I love about it is they made the blade see-through. So what that means is if you can accent this thing with an uplight or a downlight, it will make that blade look like it's glowing. It doesn't glow on its own, trust me, but it will look like it's glowing with some accent lights around it. And here's a little bit of a trivia question. Do you know when Anakin Skywalker was born? Do you? Well, if you look at the Star Wars timeline, it said that Anakin Skywalker was born to Shmi Skywalker, 41.9 BBY. What does that mean, BBY? Before the Battle of Yemen. And at a very young age, they moved to the desert planet Tatooine and started in slavery at a very young age underneath Gardula the Hutt, and then shortly after that became property of Watto, and we all know where the story goes from there. So take a look at the details on the back of this. There's the money slot on the back of the bust bank. You can see the hair detail, the detail on his arms, the cups, as well as the detail buttons on the lightsaber itself. I was most impressed with the fact that they even got the grip on the lightsaber accented off. So they could have made that just black lines with paint, but they spared no expense, and they made it offset, and you can actually touch that and feel that. Unbelievable, the details of this bust bank. I can't even say enough about it. It's as if Anakin Skywalker jumped out of the screen of the Clone Wars cartoon series and into your hand. It is that detailed. I mean, you could just stare at this thing for hours on end and just be amazed. I mean, from the scar above his eye to his lightsaber. I like to have a little fun with him, take the lightsaber out, and the lightsaber is now turned off. This is how it comes. It does come unattached, and then you slide it into the lightsaber handle, and then the lightsaber is right there. So yeah, just an incredible collectible piece for your Star Wars collection. Be proud to show this one off, because it will be a topic of discussion, no doubt, from the the detail on his arm to the detail of the lightsaber. Again, the head itself, the belt. I could just sit there and stare at this thing and go, wow, it's unbelievable. So take a look at that one right there. This is part of the series of bust banks from Diamond Select Toys with their first ever Clone Wars themed bank releases. And this one arguably is my favorite. Even though there are no points of articulation on this one either, I've got to say that this one is my favorite. I'd love to get my hands on the R2 bank that they have over there as well. So check them out. A lot of different bust banks from Diamond Select Toys. They've got, let's see if I can rattle off a few. They've got some Jawas. They've got Boba Fett. They've got some clone troopers. Of course, you've seen the three that I have here today. They've also got Darth Maul, Obi-Wan Kenobi. They've got Clone Commander Appo, and of course we've got the Star Wars Commander Thyre vinyl bust bank, and then they've got another Darth Maul bust bank. So just a lot to choose from, and many more from two different Darth Vader ones. They've got a Han Solo in Carbonite, a hologram version of Darth Vader. They've got Yoda, of course, the R2 bank that I was talking about. Yoda, I'd love to get my hands on the Yoda one because everybody knows that Yoda and R2 are my two favorite characters from Star Wars, so I'd love to get my hands on those two. They've also got the Slave One from Boba Fett, so that if you want the Slave One as your bust bank or a bank of sorts, it is certainly available for you from Diamond Select Toys. So hopefully you've enjoyed the first impressions look of Commander Cody here, Cad Bane, and of course Anakin Skywalker. If you'd love to see more videos just like this, there's a real simple way for you to do so. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video. If you'd like to become more than just a channel subscriber, I've got a way for you to become a channel patron. It's www.patreon.com/ScottyDOnline. That link is in the video description below. All of the links to these products shown today will be in a link in the video description below, as well as all of the other products over at Diamond Select Toys. Make sure when you go over there, if you do happen to pick up a couple of their products, one or many, I do recommend many, let them know that you've seen this video right here on my YouTube channel. So until the next video, I do appreciate you coming over and spending some time with me today. Don't forget to drop me an email if you love. My email address is scott@scottydonline.com. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so very much for being right there so I can be right here doing these things for you. Until the next video, we'll see you next time, Web World.